Hey there, Facebook. Hope you guys are doing incredibly well. Welcome to the 12 o'clock Grab Your Coffee with Jarrod. And we're going to be talking today your client journey. So, your customer journey, your client journey, whatever you want to call it. So, we're talking from start, like to first sort of interaction with you, right through to sale and onwards, right? So we're talking today how specifically, what is your client journey? What does that look like? As you guys are tuning in, like and share this stream so more people can hear this information. Every day, 12 o'clock, Perth, Western Australia time, we are live talking business, marketing, sales, how to take you guys to a whole new level, what you guys can do to get more deals, what you guys can do to accelerate your client's journey. Welcome to the call, SERENA, and welcome, Laurie. Hope you're both doing amazingly today. So we're talking today your client journey and what that looks like. What is your client journey? What is it like from when they first get in contact with you, right? This is the first sort of initiation into you, right? What is that? How does it look? And what is that process that people come through? Like and share the stream. More people need this information because everywhere else, everyone's charging for it. Emails, contact numbers provided, all that sort of stuff. But today we're going to be talking to you guys specifically about like what is your client journey today, and what specifically is it within that journey that your client comes into for the first time to, the results and so on that they get. So let's dive into it. We'll be getting started in just a couple of minutes. We'll be getting started. So the reason that with a lot of business owners these days, a lot of business owners really don't understand what their whole customer journey is, and they haven't even got that clarity on it. That client journey, that customer journey, they haven't got the clarity on it because a lot of people are just leaving a lot of things to chance. So, they don't run a lot of proper marketing campaigns. There's no predictability around that. Then there's some that are getting, marketing campaigns in place, but they've got no real predictable sales process. They don't understand their numbers. They don't understand what it is like when people first come in contact with you, like what's the sequences of actions that take place to bring somebody to appointments? What's the sequences and actions to take to bring someone to a sales call? What's the sequence of occasions to get someone to a sale? Then after that, what's the sequences that are involved in order to turn that lead or that sale into a lifetime client? A very well-known speaker that I follow heavily, I was introduced to by SERENA, JT Fox, talks a lot around how empires are built on clients, right? And a lot of what I've learned with him is like, it's about the retention, it's about the experience, it's about, the client journey, right? And what we've been very good at is we've been very good at holding clients, but we've been very good at getting clients through social media. And that's not just with this business, that's with past businesses as well, okay? And we've been able to do it now and generate tens of thousands of leads for clients and show clients exactly how to do this now using this very specific process. And this is what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about how you got, like, what is your client journey? And make sure you got a pen and paper handy as well. Welcome, Veronica. Welcome to the call. Hello, Laurie. So you guys, I want you guys to like get a pen and paper handy. Hey, Lucas, welcome to the call, man. And I want you guys to just draw this out with me and like go through the process, because it's so important that you understand what the journey is for your business so that you can scope it out for your clients as well. So number one is there is first point of contact, then there is, the result, right? So there's two. So like we start with first contact. So the first time they get hold of you ever, and then we talk results. Okay. Now, for a lot of service-based businesses that are watching this, they're going to be going, okay, cool. So the first point of contact, it could be, social media or whatever, right? It could be, referrals. For a lot of businesses, right? Like this is the way they work. They work on referrals and relationships. And that's like their first point of contact with people, right? So people are diving into their networks. People are diving into, referrals, creating new relationships with people. So they might be like, contacting people on LinkedIn and all that type of stuff as well, which is all good and great, right? Like it's all good and great for a first point of contact with people. However, like it's not long lasting, right? You got to have other ways to be able to expand this. So you got to be like, if you look at Fortune 500 companies, they use joint ventures, they use paid marketing, right? They use things like white labeling, right? White labeling of products, which is just another version of joint ventures, by the way. So, and that's specifically what a lot of them are doing at the moment, right? So that's like Fortune 500. This is small business, the way they do it. So the expansion is in this. This is the huge expansions. One of those relationships can be worth millions to a business per annum and consistently long term. And then, paid marketing is consistency and predictability around getting a result as well for your business, having endless amounts of people to speak with. White labeling is another version of, making a joint venture like with somebody and then just tapping into a back end of their business, and you're basically their fulfillment system, right? So this is what a lot of businesses are doing. These are all the other expansion opportunities. Like for referrals, for example, a lot of people are only using maybe 1-2 processes around that. You can get more predictability around referrals just by having proper systems in place in order to get that. And if you haven't got a predictable referral system at the moment, that needs some reshaping as well. And this is what a lot of businesses are doing. These are the opportunity, right? So the first point of contact, so it's like, how are people getting in contact with you and your business currently? What are people doing to get in contact with you, right? Then on the other hand, there's the result. Okay, so what is the result? Is it money? Is it saved time? In our case, is it, more leads, right? Is it increased profitability? What is it, right? Is it, increased profits? Is it, clarity, right? For some people, right? Clarity around what they want to do in life. Is it like, what's the results for you? I'm just naming just a few there. So what's like the results? Is it giving people clarity? Is it giving people, increased profits? Is it giving people more leads? Is it saving people time in some way, shape or form? The two main ones are saving time and money. Okay. So if you can save someone time with something, that's a huge outcome. You can save people money with something. That's a huge outcome, right? And then it's about, okay, what's the journey to do that? And it goes simple like this. You put a line down the middle, and this right here is another area where a sale is made and new client. Okay, so this is where the sale's made. Oh, I can't even change that now. It's there. Okay, that's all right. So I wanted to move it over more. But that's okay. So there's like the sale made, there's a new client here, and then there's the results here, and there's like the process to get the results. Okay, so, and you got to kind of map all of this out. So in part of this, like this is just the first step. That is only the first step. There's other steps here to get it to this. And every single service-based business should have all of this mapped out. You should have all of this in place, and you should have all of this consistently tweaking, changing little things to get a better result, right? Testing new systems, right? For us, for example, we've got a whole new software that we created for our business that we're going to be rolling out to all of our clients really shortly, which is a lot more, it's a way to be able to increase conversions tenfold with this process, right, that we've got, and this system that we've created, because it covers the lead management side in a lot more depth, and even around phone calls, etc. as well, right? So there's a few areas here. There is one section to this, which is the first initial call to somebody. Then the next aspect is follow-up, right? Then the next aspect to it is an appointment. Right? The next aspect to it is, once again, follow-up. Right? Now, this might seem really basic to some of you, right? You might be going, okay, yeah, I understand all this, etc. Right? But there's a lot of off-breads off all this. This is just a category, right? So you've got to have, for this area here, you've got to have scripts. You got to have scripts for this part. You'd be using a couple of different avenues of follow-up, right? So the first initial call, right, is done by a phone. Email and text. Whoops. Email and text. Right? So you got to have automations and stuff in place to do that. And there's an element of, you know, you've got to really make sure as well that you are doing it manually too. Like if you want the highest chance of being able to turn nothing into something, okay? Like if you're really serious about doing that, like you got to do what other people aren't willing to do. And I had a really funny conversation with someone last night, and tried to say to me that, you know, sales is, you know, I hate it when people call me straight away and all this sort of stuff, and it doesn't work, it would never work, and all that type of stuff. I've been in sales for 13 years, and I've tested it in multiple industries: cars, real estate, insurance, finance, consulting, many different areas of consulting. That includes health, business to business, business to consumer, you know, wealth coaching, financial planning, right down to even rental companies, right? So like that's just to name a few off the top of my head, but a multitude of other different types of businesses, right? The first point of contact is so important, and there's got to be the two elements where you're using automation and you're also using the manual side. The manual side's got to be used, right? Most people in the marketplace, most, not all, most, right, are doing all of this, you know, 24 to 48 hour timeframes, right? That's what most people are doing. Some people have already made decisions by then, 24 to 48 hours. Like some people already made decisions on products, services, who they're going with, what they're doing, right? All this sort of stuff. I'll give you an example. In the finance game that I was in, right, running this finance brokerage, we were completely online, car finance. And what we found is that we had a lot of leads coming in every month, spending like 25 grand plus on marketing every month. So we're getting thousands of leads every single month. And what we found is that when people were still on our website, that was the best time to call people. because they were just so surprised. They were like, oh, what great service, you know, like this never happens. Yeah, I've got a couple of questions now, right? They're on the website, they're doing quotes, they're doing all this sort of stuff, right? They've got questions there and then. They want to get questions answered. They don't want to look through the whole of the website searching for answers. Yeah, okay, cool. So they want to say, oh, you know, what banks do you guys use? How do you guys work? You know, what's the process from here? What do I need to provide you guys? All this type of stuff. And we found that when we're on the website, that's when things are most effective, because some people had gone into car yards that morning and they had already got comparisons from the car yard, right? They'd already bought the car and they were looking at alternatives. You know, am I getting the best deal from the car yard? And when, you know, we would go through the initial qualifying process with them, take an application, put up the application, they send through their pay slips and all that type of stuff, the other supporting documents. We'd put it up to the lender. We'd get them a good deal, negotiate on the deal. Then we'd go and call the client back. We'd say, look, we got you a 10 times better deal than the car yard. Can we get an invoice from these guys now? And basically we would just say, we'll take care of the whole process for you from here and let you know when it's all done. So people are after save time, people are after convenience, people are after saving money, right? And they want things to be smooth and straightforward. And this is where these sections come in, okay? Like in terms of this call management and everything. And we did it in insurance, did it in real estate, did it in the car sales game, did it in, you know, finance, like so many different industries, and found the exact same thing. Okay. So there. Next thing is, right, like once you're presenting offers to people, or sorry, you've had those initial calls with people, some people go, oh yeah, cool, I want to go check out the information first. You've gone through some objection handling stuff and they've said, look, can you call me back and we'll go through the rest of the process at a later date. Now I find from callbacks, the response rate on callbacks are like 10%. The likelihood of getting hold of people and making a callback work most effectively, okay? Now, if you guys have questions as well, or you're getting a lot from this, ask them in the comments, like and share the stream, because like this part is really, really important, right? And the follow-up side is really, really important as well, because you got a few people that you can't get hold of for some reason on this section. So then that follow-up is really, really important over the next 14 to 30 days. And even beyond that, like the next 12 months, the next 2 years, the next 3 years, and people go, oh my God, that's overkill. I'm telling you now, it's not overkill. We have people come to us and want to do business with us, and they've been in our database for 2, 3, 4 years. I've bought products from people after 2 or 3 years on their database. Right? I shared with you at the start a guy that I'm learning a lot from as well at the moment, and from those learnings is like, you know, empires are built on clients, on people, on the people that are engaged in your mission, your purpose, what you're about as a business, right? That's what empires are built on. And it's also the same, like the follow-up, right, is so, so important. Yet I would say the stats are maybe 5 to 10% of businesses I speak to are actually doing this. And it's probably not, that's probably being generous, right? And we speak to thousands of businesses as well, right? So it's like, it's just not being done. Especially like, and this is through small businesses, even right through to corporate. There's just no follow-up game. And if there is, it's just for a short term and then it's forgotten about. So, hey, Cherry, welcome to the call. Welcome, Veronica. So these areas here are super, super, super important for you guys to get. So like the follow-up is really, really important. And that's done by, you know, phone calls, that's done by emails, that's done by text messages once again, because you got to be across all avenues. The next thing is the appointment, as I said, right? So the appointment side. Now, from when a call's booked, doesn't mean someone's showing up for an appointment. there's text messages, there's emails, there's phone, like even just a phone call even across to people to say, hey, our session's tomorrow, I look forward to meeting you, like just leaving them a voice message or whatever, right? Like just little things that you can do to be able to accelerate the result. A lot of what we do with our systems is we've got like this part here automated, right? The first contact. So all the marketing, the labeling, everything, the JVs, everything are automated. The contact and everything is automated. The first point of contact, the first call is automated. All of this is automated. The appointment process is all completely automated, right? So like you got to have, like this is your engine room we're talking about now. We're talking about your engine room for your business that gets to this. So the appointment section, right? And it's booking appointments. That's when you got an opportunity to sell and people will go to that section then, okay? But then there's people that won't buy. Like you'll get minimum from your cold calling and like people that are coming through your lead generation that have been in contact with you for the first time and they're cold. Like yesterday we spoke about the process of like, you know, how to warm up your leads, right? And we've got systems and processes in here that warms all of that up, right? And that's what we spoke about yesterday. So you have to go watch that video that we did yesterday, talking around how to go from, you know, cold audiences to warm audiences and what you must do for that. So you got your appointments. Like just because you book the appointment doesn't mean someone's going to show up for the appointment. There's going to be 10 to 20% of people that won't show, that'll want to reschedule, change the appointment times, cancel because they might go, oh, I'm not ready yet, right? But you can still re-engage those people with scripts and processes and things like that. But this type's it's got to be automated. You got to have that in place. You got to have a system in place that predictably gets people to show up for appointments. And then when they show, you got to have a predictable system or a what we call just, you know, a script, right, as well, to basically go through to make this result easier for you and your business, okay? So really, really important, this whole point here, okay? This whole point here. So this point here, right? It's a squared off triangle there, right? If, in case you guys are wondering, it's a squared off triangle. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. So, and then, so it's like, cool. These are it. That's like the process that we've got to take people through. Okay. Sometimes it will skip a step here, right? This step can be skipped, right? And then it's like, okay, cool. Now I've got people on board. Now what do we do, like, to get them to the result? Okay, so like you can take us for example, right? I'll just use us, or actually I'll use a different business for you guys, right? So I'll use let's call it a gym. Okay, so I'll use a gym for example. So a gym, they've got this process in place to make people show, to make a sale, and someone buys a membership, right? I don't own a gym. I've never owned a gym, right? But this is what I would do. Even if you're an online fitness coach or something like that, right? Same thing. So now we've got, okay, cool. The end result would be, you know, someone might buy a 12-week challenge on a phone call, right? So it's a 12-week challenge. The end result would be increased energy, fat loss drop, you know, lose 10 kilos. So this is a client, right? So the client wants to lose 10 kilos, feel more energetic, and they want to drop body fat as part of that and gain lean muscle, all right? So that's the process. So for a online fitness trainer or for a gym, it's going to be number one, right? Having a coach to check in with, right? A personal coach, right? A personal coach. That's the first thing. So someone that they can check in with, and this person will then go, okay, cool. I am going to now work on these two things, which is number one, your workout plan. And by the way, like if they were just completely online as well, like that would make it slightly different. So workout plan, nutrition, right? So this is giving the clarity up front, right? And, you know, you would probably also go through one other section as well, which would be, and that would be goals. So that's what this is like the first ever session that they would do. So that's like the first session they would do. The next level to that would be 95% of people start with a goal, start with a plan, and then 2 weeks later they fall off the bandwagon. Okay. So the second is, you know, coaching and accountability. Okay. And I can do this with any business, guys. It doesn't matter what business it is. I can plan all this out for you guys. Okay. And the accountability would be, you know, couple of things. And part of it would be group accountability. So you could have like a Facebook group. The second element is a personal check-in. Right, like a personal type check-in call. And the next thing would be is automation. And the automation is pretty straightforward, right? So like the automation would be along the lines of you would want text messages, emails going to these people as well, ensuring that they're checking in. You might have like, say, for communication, right? You might have like, say, Voxer, or you might have some other form of like WhatsApp group, or like you could use even the like Facebook Messenger. Like our new system that we've got as well, like enables you to just send text messages directly to clients, all part of the system, right? So it's all in one place. So you've got like your clients, and you can do text message check-ins with your clients. We're just integrating all of this at the moment. Then we're going to roll it out to more people. So you can do text message type everything in the system that we're rolling out, the Business Warriors system. Then you've got your Facebook group as well, which is like your, you know, posting of daily type motivation, keeping people on track and all that type of stuff as well. Like and share the stream so more people can hear. And then, yeah, so it's like automating some of it, doing the personal check-ins as some of it, and also the group side as well. Okay. And then, okay, awesome. And that's run, say, every week, right? So you might do, you know, one check-in per week, one group session per week, one automation. Like they might have as well along the journey. The next thing is they might have, you know, one session with the trainer. And that could be, you know, once a month as well. Okay. One session with the trainer, and that could be, you know, one time a month, like one time a month. Okay. Or it could be one time a week, whatever it is. Everybody's going to have a slightly different process, right? And the way it would work is, and that's like the three pillars that you would have in place, right? So the accountability and the check-in is to work out where people are at and what they need assistance with and how best they can move forward. The sessions and everything with the trainers is just basically to come in, reassess, make sure that they are, you know, do a session with them, make sure they got the correct form, all that type of stuff as well. They're learning properly. By the way, this doesn't even have to be this. This can be a portal which takes care of all of this for them, right? Like an online portal with like how-tos showing people how to do all of that. Okay. So that's like the next aspect to it. So all of this is then working towards the outcome for people. The main section of it being this. The main section of it being this. All of this stuff is great. The main section of it being this. So like this is the thing, guys. This is what you got to understand from this training today. You must understand what your client journey is. You must understand what it is within all of this that's going to be your client journey, right? Really important to understand the process from start to finish as to what that looks like. What's the client journey? What's the end outcome for your clients? How are you going to help them get it? How are you going to filtrate more people through the system? And what's the system that people go through in order to get to the middle, at least? They get to, the middle to actually become a client. Okay? But you got to understand this process. You got to understand it. Really, really important that you understand what the process is. If you don't understand the process, like you should have been mapping it out on this session with me for starters, right? Nobody else is just offering all of this free on the internet. Like, nobody's explaining it to you this way. Like normally, right, you would opt in for something like this and someone would explain the bigger picture strategy to you guys this way, okay? But we're basically explaining all of this to you guys from start to finish as to what it looks like, okay? What you must have in place. If you want a better understanding on, like, a lot of people are always focusing on this end, like people are always focusing on this end, but then they're leaving the rest. Like they don't understand the rest. Or they've never written it down, they never put it on paper. Some people have got this, but just avoided this. So it's like, I'm gonna bake a cake, I'm gonna put no sugar in it, no chocolate, and I'm going to put no cream in it and no self-raising flour, right? Like you put in half the ingredients. What's your cake going to turn out like? Pretty horrible cake. It's like I'm going to make lasagna, but I'm going to forget the pasta sheets, right? And no cheese. It's just you've just got bolognese sauce, right? So you got part of the recipe, you just haven't got the rest of it. It's like, I'm going to have spaghetti bolognese, but no spaghetti. It's like, I'll have a scotch on the rocks, hold the scotch, thanks. I'll have a vodka lime and soda, hold the vodka, no vodka, right? It's stupidity, right? Have part of it, don't have the rest. You got to have all of it. This is like a whole filtration system. And, like you could always like try and work a lot of this out yourself, or you could just get someone else to implement all of this for you, right? That way, then you can just focus on the back end, right? This will save you time if you just get someone to do all of this for you, right? And if you're unsure as to what to do with it, you just contact someone who knows what they're doing, right? It doesn't even have to be us, right? Like you could come to us and we could map all this out for you, put it all in place, the whole filtration system, right, for you, and give it some predictability because we've done it so many times. But you could then you could even go to somebody else that that already has this type of system worked out for their business, and you could say, how did you do it? And you could start mapping it out. Or you could just continue to watch this video over and over again and get all of this put in place for you, okay? Because literally you're like one step away right now, like from getting all of this done. All you got to do is just go through the videos, right? We've got, I don't know how many lives I've done on this page now. I think it told me about 130 or 140 videos I've done just purely on this page. It doesn't count our Business Warriors page, by the way, which we were running the Business Warrior show on originally too. So much content so much available to the page, so much like actionable stuff. Like this is like super actionable. This is like the big picture strategy of, you know, start to finish, but like the working pieces in between. Like we've put the working pieces together in so many businesses now, it's not funny. And question, you guys got your coffee at the moment? Like, do you guys actually bring your coffee to the show as well? I'd love to hear. Just comment into the comments. Let me know. What sort of coffee do you drink? Me today, I'm just drinking black coffee, right? Because otherwise my trainer's going to boot my ass because he told me no milk. No milk. I love milk in my coffee, man. Yes, I complained about it a little bit, and he said, stop complaining. So I was like, yeah, okay, righty. Gotcha, buddy. Let's do this. So this is it. So this is the system that you guys are going to have in place. If you want like sort of the bigger picture of the lead generation side, what I'll do is I'll drop a little link into the comments here for you guys. You can grab access to our marketing blueprint, because our marketing blueprint will really show you guys how to specifically work out that front end side and some of the other little details that you can find around all of this to give you guys a bigger picture of what that will look like. Because I mean, you can work a lot of it all out yourself, 100%, but it's going to take you a lot longer. You may as well just go to somebody who's done it, get given what's working, and just implement it. And if you don't want to implement it, just get someone else to implement it and work on the back end, right? So just get some, like you work on what you're good at, which is getting your clients results. Give somebody else something to do that is in their field of expertise to help you move faster. So that's what I want you guys to do. I want you to move faster, okay? The faster we get you guys to move, the better it's going to be for you guys. And I've actually done that link wrong. It's HTTPS at the start. So if you do click it, it's not going to work, probably. It might work. Let me see. It might just work. Okay, it has worked. Beautiful. All right, it has worked. So it is the correct link. Awesome. Wonderful. So that's it for today, guys. If you have any questions, what I want you to do is just comment them in the comments right now, because now's your opportunity to ask the questions so that I can get those questions answered for you guys and I can help you guys move forward, right? So once again, welcome Serena, welcome Laurie, if you're still here, hope you are. Welcome Veronica, welcome Lucas, welcome Cherry, welcome Mum, and let me answer some questions. So, see exec, you can book me. I added time increments to appointment types. Amazed myself, lol. See emails for first paper. Okay, fantastic. Wonderful work. Love your work, Cherry. Coaching is critical. I couldn't manage without JT's fantastic. 100%, right? You've got to have the foundations from somebody who knows what they're doing in a certain expertise, right? There's heaps of people that are in the expertise that you know are in all of these areas which I'm talking about today. So go to somebody who I don't really mind who it is. Go to somebody, get yourself some help. Ask a trainer about heavy cream. I asked him about it. He said that I can use keto cream, I think was on the list. Keto cream or something. I haven't looked into it yet, but I'm just happy with black at the moment. Once you go black, apparently you don't go back. I don't know. I'm still not convinced. Coconut cream is best. I can't use coconut cream. They said that I can use keto cream. So whatever that is. Burning the midnight oil after some family drama. Well, I'm glad you're burning the midnight oil. It's not good about the family side. But hey, what family doesn't have some of this sort of stuff? So keto cream is coconut cream. Thank you so much for that information. Wonderful. So if there's no other questions, I'm going to wrap this one up for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Go away, watch this video a few times, watch it all the way through. Get your pen and paper out, start drawing it out. Then just download the marketing blueprint, help you piece some more bits of this together. And then from there, you know, if you feel right, reach out to us. We can do a session with you guys to help you really get some serious clarity on your paid marketing strategy around it and the sales tactical side to being able to get this system put in place and get this system working in a certain way where you guys have people calling you, the system calling you, and you having conversations with people directly. You're sending SMSs, you have open communications with new potential clients and also current clients, that type of stuff. As I said, like, we just integrated all of this into our new Business Warriors software, which our high-end clients are going to get access to as well, by the way. And it's going to cut their software bills in half, bigger picture, which is going to be insane. Hence the reason why we created it and we're getting it put in place. So I'll give you a lot more details on that as we've kind of got everything ticking along properly for us first. Because as you guys already know, right, like, everything that we give you in terms of systems that we use is only stuff that we've used to succession. We don't give you anything else that we're testing, okay? We want to give you things that are actionable. We want to give you things that can help you move forward. We want to give you things that we know already works. I don't want to give you something that I'm testing. So the new system that we've got at the moment, we're testing and trialing and putting new things in place, and we're getting it working for us first. Then we'll roll it out to you guys. So if you want to join a wait list for that, just shoot me a message and you'll be on a wait list. If you are already a client of ours already, you're already on the wait list, you'll get access to it, okay? Our high-end clients will just get access to it for free as well, right? So you guys will just get access to that while you're working with us for free. So we'll be rolling that out to you guys first as well. You guys will get the first access to it. So for any of you that are watching this live stream or this replay, sorry. So let's get cracking and everything as well. So go away, implement, watch the live stream. If you're not following the page already, make sure that you are. Should be up the top of the page somewhere. Make sure you're following it. You're seeing all of our posts first. I'm going to do more of these little whiteboard sessions and draw more things out for you guys. Now that I'm actually doing this a lot more, right, and a lot more neater as well now, at least you guys will be able to see how it all works. So thanks so much for tuning in. Remember this one thing, though, this one thing I want you to remember. If you do not fight for your own freedom, absolutely nobody else will. So every single day, you must get out there, you must take action, and you must make it happen. And remember to be the warrior. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 12 o'clock, Perth, Western Australia time. Follow the page. Make sure you see it first so you get notified every time we go live. Tomorrow, Perth, Western Australia time, 12 o'clock. See you then. Be the warrior you were born to be. See you soon.